Hey guys, what's up? It's Mr. Crayfish and welcome back to my redstone tutorials. In this tutorial today, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to build my high class armor storage. Now I did a previous tutorial where I did a high class storage system, but I wanted to continue this theme of high class and actually do an armor storage. So this is like seamless to the ground. So as you can see, we've got a button here which is basically floating in the air. How cool is that? It's literally just floating in there. There's no visible redstone, but we've also got this little block here. I wonder what this does. So if we go ahead and press this button here, it's going to bring our armor up to the top here from the ground. How cool is that? So we can grab our armor, go off to battle, go do our stuff, then we can come back, put it back onto the stand here, and then send it back down into the ground. So this can essentially be built on any kind of flat surface. You don't have to have it up against a wall. You can have it like in the middle of your house, and it's definitely going to impress your friends. Now I'm going to show you guys how you can build this now. So the materials that you are going to need is 9 redstone dust, 2 redstone torches, 3 redstone repeaters, 7 sticky pistons, 2 blocks of redstone, 1 stone button, 1 slime block, 2 slabs of your choice, 1 armor stand, 13 carpets of your choice, and 64 blocks of your choice. Now to position this a whole lot easier in your base, we're going to place down our button first. So place down a half slab, then place a block on top, button on the front. So this is where the button is, and then your armor stand would be 2 blocks to the right of it, so on this block here. So keep that in mind when you're building this in your own place. But now what we need to do is dig a hole out, and this is going to be a 5 by 5 by 4 deep hole, and where we're going to start is diagonally down to the left of this slab here. So let's get out a spade, so dig out that block there, then dig 4 to the right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 to the back, 2, 3, 4, 4 to the left, and then back to the start. Now dig out all the blocks in the center here, and then simply dig this down 3 more layers. Now come back to the front here, so you should be able to see the button at the front. What we're going to do is come to the front right corner here, go forward 1 block, and we've got to basically dig out a sub hole. So this is going to be a 3 by 3 by 4 deep hole. So dig out the block you're standing on, dig 2 to the left, 2 towards the back, 2 to the right here, go back to the start and dig out the one in the center, then dig this down 3 more layers. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Now again, come to the front of this 3 by 3 hole here, and you should be in line with your button up there. Come to the center of it, and we're going to place a sticky piston facing upwards. Get your slime block out, place that on top. Now dig out the dirt block behind you and the one below, just so the sticky block doesn't stick to it. So the slime block doesn't stick to it, I mean. We're going to place a block to the right of the sticky piston down there, redstone on top. We're then going to place a block behind this block here, and then sticky piston, block to the left, block on top, redstone on this block here. Then we're going to have a redstone repeater coming out of this block going into that redstone, and then set it to a 4 tick delay or all the way to the end. Now 3 blocks from the ground over here, we're going to have a sticky piston facing downwards. So this is 1, 2, 3. Place it on the 3rd one there facing downwards, then place a block of redstone underneath. We're then going to jump back up the top here. Oop. Block on top of this sticky piston, and then redstone on top of that. We're then going to place another block on here, block in front of the redstone there with a repeater leading into this block here. Set this onto a 2 tick delay, so right click it once. Then we're going to place a block not behind this repeater but one behind it, so it should be up against the wall like that. Redstone torch on the back face there, Then we're going to get our sticky pistons, come over to here, we're going to place them to the right of this block and then one on top. We're going to head back over there. Okay, we suck. Then place redstone on top of this block here so it powers that top piston as well from this repeater. We're then going to get one of our sticky pistons, place it on the bottom sticky piston facing upwards, and then place a block on top of that. Now we're going to come back down here, we're going to place a block going diagonally down this way, then we're going to place 2 redstone, one on top of there and one here. We're going to get our last sticky piston, place it below this slab here, and then place a block of redstone underneath. We're then going to place a block behind the redstone here, block diagonally down to the right there, then one behind it. Now it's going to create a pillar of blocks here just so we can actually just get up, but you want to bring it up so it's like one above this layer here. We're going to get our 3 remaining redstone, place one there, one here, then one there. To the right of this block here, we're going to place a redstone torch, get another one of our blocks of choice, place it in between these 2 blocks here, then have a redstone repeater leading into this block here, and then set the tick delay to a 2 tick delay like that. Now get your remaining half slab and place it on the top half of this block here above this redstone in the corner there. That's just so we can actually place the carpet all around. Then we can place our full blocks going around the edges like this. And then get your carpet out. Oh, where'd that go? Where did that go? I do not know where that carpet went, so I just got some out again. But place your carpet around the edges. And then one in the middle here. This is where your armor is going to come out. Now finally, you just want to place your armor stand on this block here. And if we go ahead and press this button, it will go down into the system. If we press this button again, it will come back up to the top, and there we go. Now you can go ahead and cover this back up with any normal block you would like, so you can just use, let's just use the grass there. Oh no, we can't, we're in survival mode, but we could cover that up like so, like that. And it's nice and flush with the ground. Now it's that point in the tutorial where I'm going to teach you guys how this works, and again, it's always very simple. So what happens when we press this button here is when we power a block, which is 2 blocks above the piston there, it's going to power it only if there's actually block updates happening, and this is why we've got this clock here just looping around doing nothing. This signal, this redstone here, is actually sending out a block update to this sticky piston here. So when we do press that button, it's going to extend that redstone block. So let's go down there. It's going to extend that redstone block, which then powers this redstone here, unpowering this torch. And what happens here is that torch gets unpowered, it retracts this piston here, pulling it down, pulling that block down. Then we've got a little bit of a delay here that will eventually unpowering that redstone there as well, which then retracts these pistons here. So you can imagine this is being pulled down, and then it pulls that in to these pistons. So that makes the armor stand go down into the system here. And then once that button clicks out again, so back to its normal state, it will just do the exact opposite. So extend these out and then push this piston upwards, so it looks like there's nothing there. So if we just do that real quickly, so it pulls the armor stand down into the system, and then now we're just going back to the normal state there. Now this part doesn't matter down here when sending it downwards, but when it comes up, what it's also doing is when we are powering this block here, so if you look behind there, we've got a repeater going into this block here. So when this here is retracted and it's pulled it in, we're sending a signal down here, which retracts this piston here, brings this redstone block up, which then powers this redstone. If you remember, under this block here, we've actually got, I can just get a plank out real quickly. We've got a sticky piston, so that sends out a signal into that sticky piston, and this here is actually a monostable circuit, so it sends out a quick pulse of redstone and doesn't keep sending a signal out if powered. So it sends out a signal into this repeater here, which is on a 4-tick delay. It sends up, or it powers this piston down here, and when you power a piston, there's a slime block on it, it will shoot that entity up into the air. So as you can tell, this is retracted, that's over there, so that can freely shoot up to the surface here. Then at that time as well, when it gets to the surface, these pistons here will extend again, then this one will extend upwards and hold the armor stand up the top here. And hopefully that explains how it works. So that's going to end off this tutorial today, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, make sure you remember to hit that like button. If you have any ideas for redstone contraptions, let me know down in the comments below, because I do read them. And also, if you want to keep up to date with all my latest redstone tutorials, make sure you subscribe as well. And I will see you guys later. Bye!